Hey everybody, how are you? So this is going to be a video. I haven't done a video like this and it seems forever. I've lost my way, but I'm going back to my roots and I'm actually going to show some of my records. Oh my God, you're not doing a deep dive video. You're not doing a very pretentious pseudo document. No, I'm not. I'm taking it back, taking it to the streets. I'm going back to my roots, my origin. Now, I was inspired to do this video by my good friend Chris Propfe. He did a video today about his Cure album collection. I saw his video and I'm like, woo, I love the Cure. Oh my God. And one thing you need to know about Chris Propfe, if you don't already know, if you're not already familiar with his channel, which I find very hard to believe, he has the most eclectic, most amazing record collection. He is into so many different genres. He's into big band, he's into jazz, he's into fucking Rod McEwen, he's into punk, he's into thrash, heavy metal, synth pop. There's no country, there's no style of music Chris Propfe doesn't have at least 100 albums in his collection by. So anyway, I'm not saying my collection is as impressive as Chris's because it's not, but Chris and I both love the Cure, and so I'm like, I'm going to show my Cure vinyl, damn it. And so that's what I'm going to do with this video. And so I know it's definitely kind of, I'm stepping out of my lane from what I've been doing lately, but I do not care. Anyway, so I'm going to show my vinyl from the Cure, one of my favorite bands from the 1980s. So the first album I have to show, this is a collection of demos from the Three Imaginary Boys album. This was some VCLT from Aaron Mutha Alamere. Chris showed some VCLT from Aaron that he got, a couple of demo albums. This is the one that I have. Absolutely great songs. Boys Don't Cry, Killing an Arab, 10:15 Saturday Night, Fire in Cairo, Charlotte Sometimes. Had no idea that that song originated as early as it did. But anyway, great bootleg album there. This is the Three Imaginary Boys album, even though the title is nowhere on the cover or on the back. Very mysterious. Anyway, it's a Three Imaginary Boys album. I would love to get the Boys Don't Cry album, which was the US version of this with a slightly different track listing, but this is what I have. And, you know, same thing, 10:15 Saturday Night, FIREINCAIRO. Killing an Arab is not on this, but some other great songs are, like what else? Anyway, I don't know. It's a great, that back in when that album came out, The Cure were very much like post-punk, very punkish, not so much gothic, not so much the mope rock that they were associated with back in the day. Next album is 17 Seconds. And this is a great album. It's a very short album. These are very short songs, but Play for Today is on here. In Your House is an amazing song. A Forest, a Cure classic, one of the greatest songs of the 1980s. At Night is great. The title track, 17 Seconds, is just amazing. Love the artwork. It reminds me of the Bare Trees cover, Fleetwood Mac. But love that one. Their next album, Faith. Faith is where they start getting into the mopey, goth, people will call it depressing music, but damn, this is a great album. I freaking love this. The Holy Hour is on here. Primary, freaking unbelievable. All Cats Are Gray. Sounds like orchestral maneuvers in the dark. It's such a moody, atmospheric track. Funeral Party, Doubt. The Drowning Man is so punk. Faith ends it on a very reflective kind of a note. I freaking love this album. This is my favorite of the early Cure albums. Then we have Pornography, which try surfing this on Google and see what comes up. Holy cow. Anyway, this is almost like Disintegration Part 1. This sounds a lot like Disintegration. One of the heaviest songs that they ever did is on here. It's called like 100 Hours or something like that. It's the first track on the album. But it is so different from anything The Cure had put out to this point. This is very goth, very atmospheric, very moody, very sublime kind of music. It's, again, very kind of unique in their catalog until Disintegration came along. Even Disintegration doesn't quite get as bleak and mopey as that album does. But anyway, it's so funny because after that album, The Cure totally shifted gears. They took a left turn. This is the Walk EP. It is a 6-cut mini EP. And The Cure got very, all of a sudden, synth pop, very poppy, very happy. You got the Upstairs Room, Just One Kiss, The Dream on side 1. Then you have The Walk and Lament and Let's Go to Bed. Let's Go to Bed was like one of the coolest songs when I was in high school. Everybody, like if you wanted to show your cool, and some people would say nerd credibility, just name check Let's Go to Bed. Let's Go to Bed was one of the coolest songs when I was growing up of the 80s. I was not into heavy metal. I was not one of the cool kids who liked Iron Maiden, who liked Def Leppard, who liked Motley Crue, who liked, all those cool bands. I was one of those dorks who loved Depeche Mode and New Order and The Cure, Soft Cell, The Smith, stuff like that. But that was like one of the, like you had to have that album if you had any credibility in the tribe that I was associated with. So anyway, great album. Next one, The Top. Now The Top is, again, the Cure kind of finding their way stylistically. The single off of here was A Caterpillar, which again is like, where did they come up with this stuff? I love Banana Fish Bones on here, the title track, The Top. Piggy in the Mirror is an amazing track. But stylistically, it's still very different from anything The Cure had put out to that point. So very cool. Next album, The Head on the Door. My favorite. I'm going on record, and I know it's not going to be a cool opinion. The Head on the Door is my goddamn favorite Cure album. It just is. Look at that artwork. And it's funny because when I was in college, I had a poster for The Head on the Door in my room, and it had a picture of the band, and they had like these very day glow, spooky, creepy faces on it, and it totally scared the shit out of my roommate. Like, he did not want to look at that and I'm like, what? But anyway, The Cure, they're moving more again in the poppy direction. You got In Between Days on here. Close to Me was a great single, again a great dance single in the new wave synth pop alternative circles. But Kyoto Song is great on here. A Night Like This. This is a freaking fantastic album. Love this one. Then we have the Hits Collection. Standing on a Beach, the singles, which has some of the stuff that had never been available on record, I think in the UK anyway. Killing the Arab is on here. Charlotte Sometimes was not on an album before. But this is a great collection of singles. You got from the most recent album, In Between Days, Close to Me. You have Let's Go to Bed, of course, was on here. Primary, which was from the Faith album. The Hanging Garden, which was off Pornography. Boys Don't Cry. Great, great collection. I love that cover, too. Anyway, the Standing on a Beach, I think, comes from the Killing an Arab lyric. But anyway, next thing that I have to show, and this is a great, tremendous double album, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, with a close-up of, I presume, Robert Smith's lips, and I presume Robert Smith's eyeball. A double album, and I know I've said this is my favorite Cure album before. Right now, I'm saying that The Head on the Door, this is going to be my second, and I don't know why it's so unpopular. It feels like if you're a Cure fan, you have to say Disintegration is your favorite album. Well, fuck you. No, it's not my favorite. I'm sorry. It's not my favorite Cure album. I love it. It's great, magnificent, but this is the Cure's White Album. They've got all over the place. Disintegration is very much, I'm going to say one note, but I don't mean that in a bad way, but it's all kind of like focused on one musical theme. This is all over the place. You got elements of the poppy Cure. You got the brooding Cure on here. You got some punk Cure on here. You got some sitar on this album. This is all over the map. This used to be my favorite, and for this video, I'm saying it's the head on the door, but this is a very, very close second. Love this album. I mean, what's not to love about this freaking album? The Perfect Girl is great. Love, Just Like Heaven. Just Like Heaven is In Between Days Part 2. It's just as catchy of a song. Hot, Hot, Hot is almost like the Buster Poindexter. It's very much kind of a poppy. I think it was a single, or at least it should have been. If Only Tonight We Could Sleep is, oh my God, with the sitar, everything on it just totally works for me. Great, great. Why Can't I Be You? Which, speaking of, Why Can't I Be You? The 12-inch single. Love this. This has got a Japanese Dream on the flip side of it. And it's got the Why Can't I Be You remix on it. Then, okay, Disintegration. Yeah, it's great. It's awesome. I remember listening to this thinking like, wow, The Cure's kind of taking a step backwards with this. But it's such a gorgeous album. It's a depressing album to be sure, but The Cure is at the top of their game. Robert Smith, his lyrics, the melodies, and it's not all, like Love Song is a poppy song, but it's still a little bit morose. But yeah, this is a magnificent, magnificent album. It just happens to be my third. Very unpopular. I know I'm going to be excommunicated from the Cure community, but whatever. This is, speaking of Love Song, this is the 12-inch of Love Song, which has got the song on the flip, Too Late and Fear of Ghosts, B-side tracks. Very cool. And then the last one that I have to show, I don't have anything beyond this, although I'd love to get more. This is, what year was this? I don't know. I want to say it was like 1990, 91. I think it was 91. Wish. This is a picture disc. And the cool thing about the picture disc that I love is that it's got a picture right on the vinyl. This is a record store day release. I don't know if I'm going to pick up the regular one. I'm perfectly happy with this. Double album, sounds the same. But anyway, very cool. So check out Chris Propfe's video. He's got some different records than what I have. But anyway, wanted to join in. I love The Cure. Hope you're doing great. Take care.